Ladies and gentlemen, the president of
YouTube Fitness. Chest up, shoulders back. Welcome to Revival Fitness, everybody, your home for gains and brains. And I'd like to welcome you to the second annual YouTube Fitness State of the Union address. And if you're new here, that's correct. I am the official reigning, defending president of YouTube Fitness because I won the election in a landslide because nobody else ran. In all seriousness though, the last time I did this video was February of 2021. At that time, we had just over 2,000 subs. We're now at 17,000 in the span of 1 year. So thank you guys very much.
I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna shake your hand.
I'm really indebted to all of you for sharing the videos, commenting all the time, for the algorithm. I appreciate you guys very much. But today we have to run down some official business. We have to talk about what is happening in the world of YouTube Fitness, formerly known as current events in the online fitness community. I'm proud to say that my policies have saved young lifters, well, I guess actually their parents, thousands of dollars from the shady marketing and deceptive sales practices of internet fitness culture. For every cookbook and bottle of testosterone that don't sell, thanks to this channel, one new lifter escapes novice purgatory. There evidently is a market on YouTube for people who can see through so much of the mainstream BS going on in this industry.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Wait, his channel is gone? Well, the outline I have for this section of the video is going to need altered a bit. If you watch here, you more than likely know about natural hypertrophy. Me and him were kind of locking horns about a month or so ago. And now his channel's gone, apparently.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Oh, now it's back. And I did not see it happen in real time, guys. I'm speaking out of some level of ignorance here to the entire context of the situation. But according to comments from viewers of this channel, his entire account was terminated. No warnings, no previous strikes, no community guidelines. They just scrubbed it off of YouTube. I was also told that his Gmail account, the one that he uses to operate the channel because Google owns YouTube, apparently that got nuked too, which is kind of baffling. And understand something here, guys, okay? I do not support this. I do not endorse this. I am not happy that this happened. I even saw some people comment, they were like, do you think Revival Fitness had something to do? Let's talk about that for like 30 seconds. If you guys think, first of all, I have the gravitational pull or the clout or the jurisdiction necessary to get YouTube to do something like this, I don't know what to tell you, as if I can just call them like, hey, can you nuke his channel? They're like, oh yeah, sure, bro. And the second point as well, I have no financial interest in doing that. Last month when he made, I believe, 3 total videos about me, I made more money that month than I ever have on this platform. So no matter how you look at it, if you think I'm just a total grifter in it for the money, I still have no incentive to want this guy's channel gone. And by the way, the noble natties, you're still about to get cooked. Hang tight. The fact that his channel went down essentially overnight, like I'm pretty sure this was like a snap of the finger thing, and it just disappeared. This would lead me to believe that this was somebody higher up at YouTube. I don't know if normal YouTube employees even have the power to just shut down channels. I mean, I suppose they could, but YouTube tends to have a much more tenuous process of the 3-strike policy, and then maybe they'll give you a community guidelines warning. This is not something that should normally be happening. I mean, there's much larger channels that have been in far more controversial scenarios. I agree with what the guy says on most topics as far as I can tell, and he's similar to me in the sense that he calls out pretty egregious nonsense in this space. Free NH. Now, like I said though, you noble naturals still need a swift kick in the ass, and you're still gonna get it. The issue I have with the noble natties, guys, and we're gonna give them a new name at the end of this segment, but the noble natties, they essentially use the Santa Claus argument when trying to get their agenda across or get their morals across. They ultimately say a lot of things that aren't true simply to get people to behave in the way they deem more appropriate. You know how parents talk to kids during the holiday season? They're like, oh, you better behave well and do what we say because Santa's coming, you want to get your presents right. And the kid's like, yeah. That's basically what the noble natties do on the internet to other people. They essentially say like, hey, you better lift naturally for the rest of your life and acknowledge how good it is, or you're going to get addicted to steroids and get body dysmorphia and die. And that's hardly an exaggeration, because many of the reactions I saw to this string of videos were interesting to say the least. Multiple people called PED use a sin. One guy compared it to, I'm not even kidding, he literally compared it to domestic abuse. Many also called it cheating, even though untested federations for pretty much every strength and physique endeavor have existed for decades now. And many people simply couldn't handle not getting the validation they're accustomed to for being natural. Keep in mind, these are the same people who have learned most, if not all, of their training knowledge from enhanced lifters. And even if you did learn good programming and nutrition knowledge from somebody natural, I hate to break it to you, the natural learned it from somebody enhanced. I'll simply say this. If you natty Puritans truly believe that PED users do as much harm to the community as you claim that you do, I'd better never see you do a JM press, a Meadows row, or an Arnold press ever again. Or use memes of Rich Piana, or get inspired by Ronnie Coleman, or program like Jim Wendler or Louis Simmons or Matt Wenning or Alex Bromley, or train like Dorian Yates, or reference Dr. Mike. We could do this all day. You guys do not care nearly as much, if at all, as you claim you do about other people's health and leading them down the right path. You want validation and admiration for your choices, and you form a circle jerk with other dudes who have the same complex. Noble natties are basically like girls whenever they post a selfie on Instagram and they're like, I am strong, I am disciplined, I am enough. And then all the other noble natties come in with the hard eyes, oh my god, yas queen, you did that. Given their patterns of speech and action, we are officially renaming the noble natties to the natty supremacists. And as such, they will formally be classified as a hate group. Now, speaking of trend bologna sandwiches, the Chest Hair Gang in late 2021 successfully conducted the dropping of the thermonuclear bomb on G Shredistan. Greg has been backpedaling like Eli Apple since the video released, and as expected, he's totally changed his tune. Not like he's ever done that before. Greg's lackey Editor C that was running his mouth like Conor McGregor prior to the video dropping. Since it came out, radio silence. Since we dropped the nuke, there has been a migrant caravan of Greg viewers over to my channel, and multiple bigger channels have made specific videos, even in short form, about this as well. Nobody takes this guy seriously anymore besides clueless beginners, his own staff and affiliates, and people with god-awful senses of humor. Greg is so annoying that he managed to get Jeff Cavalier to break character, which I guess to some extent is impressive. Sort of. Serious note though, if you ever were gullible enough to pay full price for one of that guy's cookbooks, God help you. I would like to offer you a voucher for the cost of the book, but you're so gullible, I don't think you deserve it. In any case, these two schmucks need to settle their rivalry once and for all, and I am happy to renew it myself. I am fully prepared to fund a cage match between these two. The winner gets to keep all the subscribers, all the social media followers, and all of the useless supplements. The fight will be no disqualification, no holds barred, and perhaps most importantly of all, not drug tested. Now, moving on to the backbone of this channel, bulking. I've had many people ask recently, are you ever going to get shredded? Are you ever going to cut down? Yes, it's finally going to happen this summer, so stay tuned as we document the entire process. But the cut is coming, guys. I started this bulk in September 2020, 167 pounds roughly. This was after months of nothing but calisthenics and bands at my third floor apartment. So no barbells, no dumbbells, bare bones as you can get home gym. I am now hovering around 190 pounds. And believe me, guys, I would like to bulk to 200 because I just want to gain as much size as possible, cultivate as much mass as possible. But the abs need to happen for a couple main reasons. First, to grow the channel. You can look at any other channel, guys. Once the abs come out, the viewership goes up. It's a pretty direct correlation. Abs are basically the guy version of a rack or a big butt. It's pretty much the biggest cheat code you have to growing your audience, is being lean. And I want to get as lean as I've ever been, like 10%, maybe even below. I will say I'm considering doing a bodybuilding show this summer, guys. I don't have all the details ironed out. You don't really understand how lowbrow and garage league a lot of amateur level bodybuilding is until you try to sign up for a show. I've been looking online, guys, just generally browsing. Half of these shows have no date yet. There's no event poster. The location is to be determined. The site looks like it was designed by a 5th grader. Like, you truly get to understand how little money, or really negative money for the competitors, is in this stuff. So the people that go far with bodybuilding, again, a couple guys at the top are going to make big money, like C-Bum, for example. Maybe if you have a big YouTube channel or something. But a lot of people in bodybuilding, guys, the vast majority have regular day jobs. They're just normal people who do it as a passion project. And if I could get paid to do this professionally, that would be great. But I could place last, right? We'll see. I have no idea. No idea what to expect. But that's what makes it exciting. But the second reason I want to do this cut, the leanest I've ever been in my life is this photo or sometime around this period. I would guess roughly 12% in this picture. So I'm thinking about getting down leaner than that for the discipline. I think I'm going to try out a new diet. You'll see what that is coming up, to try to manipulate some variables. We'll see the overall effectiveness. Again, this is all basically an experiment at the end of the day. But I've been bulking for a while, guys. I love the PRs. I love getting bigger. But at a certain point, you know, life comes and goes in waves, yin and yang. I've been bulking for a long time. Some time to cut has come. And now, to conclude, just a quick note I want to make on this topic, guys. I've been seeing this crop up more and more on the YouTube, I guess, general self-improvement space. You've probably seen it too. I've done it myself on this channel, right? In my 20s, I was benching 350. It's like, okay, of course you were. Of course you were. No video evidence, right? Of course not. There's a lot of those guys. There's also a lot of guys who are tiny, like Athlete X Ticonderoga pencil syndrome type dudes, and they're going to teach you about, oh, let's get big and strong. It's like, you're going to teach me to do that, bro? I've told you before, guys, you shouldn't judge information solely based on the appearance of the person. But in a field like fitness and health and nutrition and stuff, it's like, yeah, I'd like to see some receipts. And also dating. These same dating coaches, a lot of them give no receipts. A lot of them literally have never shown as much as one picture with a woman, even if it was staged, which a lot of those pictures are. Whether you're watching fitness content, dating content, or one of these people who kind of meshes the two, just keep your eye out for obvious nonsense. There's a lot of resources on this channel for both dating and fitness content that talks about these type of things, but especially for the young men on here. I know you see all these grandiose claims and the hot girls and the muscles. You're like, look at this. You can definitely learn a lot on here. I like to think I'm one of the channels that gives genuine good information. But there's a ton of con artists out here, a ton of scammers. They're getting pretty darn good at this stuff, okay? So keep your eyes peeled, be skeptical. Don't just trust the biggest guy in fitness or the guy who claims the highest notch count in dating or whatever. Use your head, think through it, and let your own experience guide you. And I think that's all we have to cover here today, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what videos you want to see coming up down below. Thank you, as always, to the loyal Patreon supporters, my online clients, and my in-person clients for supporting this journey I'm on. And I will catch you all next time.